Here, let us discuss various distortions that occur in the transmission lines. Generally, a modulated signal is transmitted through the transmission line, which contains many frequency components. The line distortions are classified into two types: frequency distortion, and the second one is delay distortion. Frequency distortion is if all the frequency components are not attenuated by same value, then frequency distortion exists. That is, one frequency component is attenuated with some value and the other frequency component is attenuated with some other value. Frequency distortion will not occur if alpha is not a function of omega. Delay distortion. If all the frequency components are not delayed by same value, then the delay distortion exists. One frequency component is delayed by some value and other frequency component is delayed by some other value. Delay distortion will not occur if the phase velocity is not a function of omega or phase constant beta is a function of omega and omega is multiplied by constant value. Distortionless line. We know the alpha and beta values from alpha equal to square root of half into Rg minus omega square Lc plus square root of R square plus omega square L square into G square plus omega square C square. And beta is square root of half into omega square Lc minus Rg plus square root of R square plus omega square L square into G square plus omega square C square. By observing equations for alpha, as alpha is a function of omega, we get frequency distortion with that value of alpha. Similarly, from equation for beta, as omega is not multiplied with constant, we get delay distortion. Omega is not multiplied by a constant, we get delay distortion. To avoid the two problems, let us find alpha and beta values. We know gamma equal to square root of r plus j omega L into g plus j omega C equal to square root of LC into square root of r by L plus j omega into g by C plus j omega. By making r by L equal to g by C, we get gamma equal to square root of LC into r by L plus j omega or root LC into g by C plus j omega. R into square root of C by L plus j omega into root LC or G into square root of L by C plus j omega into root LC. Therefore, alpha equal to R into square root of C by L or alpha equal to G into square root of L by C, which is independent of frequency. Thus, frequency distortion can be avoided. Similarly, beta equal to omega into square root of LC. Here omega is multiplied with constant. If we substitute this in phase velocity equation, then Vp is independent of omega, which avoids delay distortion. Characteristic impedance Z0 equal to square root of R plus j omega L by G plus j omega C equal to square root of L by C into R by L minus R by L plus j omega by G by C plus j omega. If we make R by L equal to G by C, Z0 equal to square root of L by C for distortionless line. Value of L for a minimum attenuation. Value of L can be obtained for minimum attenuation by differentiating alpha with respect to L and keeping R, G, C and omega as constants and equating it to 0. So differentiating and equating it to 0, squaring on both sides, we get R by L equal to G by C. In practice, the value L is less than the desired value. Hence, by increasing the value of L, distortion can be reduced further. Value of C for minimum attenuation. By differentiating alpha with respect to C by keeping R, L, G, omega as constants and equating it to 0, we get value of C for minimum attenuation. So differentiating and cross multiplying and simplifying, we get R by L equal to G by C, that is C equal to Lg by R farads per kilometer. In practice, the value of C is greater than the desired value. Hence, by decreasing the value of C, distortion can be further reduced. To decrease capacitance value, the spacing between the lines must be increased, which is not advisable. Therefore, distortion can be reduced by increasing the inductance value. Loading. Loading Loading reduces the distortion by adding inductance. Loading reduces the distortion by adding inductance in series with the line. There are different types of loading: continuous loading, patch loading, lump loading. With continuous loading, the entire transmission line is wounded with magnetic coil. In patch loading, only some parts of transmission line are wounded with magnetic coil. In lump loading, some parts of transmission line are added with toroidal coils.